Okay, that's how we need to create a swap partition. Suppose if you want to deactivate that swap, simple thing is how to deactivate the swap is first we need to see which partition, which part of a swap we need to make it off, deactivate. So by using swap on -s command, we'll came to know what are the swap spaces that are existing in our system. So if you use free-m, that will give statistics only. Free-m or free-g, that will give how much swap is used, how much RAM is used. But if you use swap and -s, it will clearly give swap and -s. Swap. What are the swaps? Different swaps that are existing in this one. Of course, if you want to deactivate that swap, so just use the command swap of space. So which one you want to deactivate? This one only. This was already created at the time of installation. We need to give it as is. Need to keep it as is. We don't swap up this one. You need to swap up this thing only. Okay. So /dev stb1. Now check it whether it is there or not. The swap is showing or not. Look here. That swap, of course, that swap partition exists there, but that was deactivated. Swap off. Okay, that partition was deactivated. If you see that, that will exist. That partition exists there. Okay, look here. This second partition, this one is there. Swap, second swap is there. First one is this one, but it was not activated. Yeah. Again, if you want to activate it, simple thing is swap on and that names /dev stb1. Again, check it. Here it is activated. Like that we can activate and deactivate. That means whenever we require extra space, extra swap space, at the time we can add some more swap. We can, if that requirement is over, if you don't need any swap more, if that space on the hard disk want to utilize for other purpose, you must make it off and we must delete it. Okay, I'll show how to delete a swap. Okay, next one, we're having one more way of creating a swap. The second way of creating swap is like this. Okay, swap file. By creating a swap file, we can add swap space to existing swap. Why we need to do like this? Because in real time, if all the partitions in a hard disk is over, if there is no extra partition existing on the hard disk, okay, all the partitions are over, so you don't have any more extra partition to dedicatedly give it to swap. In that case, if there is some space, extra space on that one, then we will utilize that as a space by creating a swap file. Okay, how to create that swap file we will see. So first we need to determine the size of that swap file. Okay, so for example, I want to take 60, I need a 64 MB swap file. So the size of the file in bytes, it is 65,536. You know how to calculate it. For 1 KB it is 1024 MB, means 1 KB into 1 KB. Okay, that is 1024 into 1024 multiplied by 64. 60, you require 64 MB, so 64 into 1024 into, okay, sorry, it is in kilobytes only, 1024, then it is 65,536. Okay, now, so you want to create a file here. So we know how to create a file is, we can create a file using cat command, we can create a file using touch command, even use you can create a file using va command. But in those cases, if you create a file using touch command, you can create a file, but the size of the file is, it is 0 KB. But here we are creating a file with some fixed size, that is 64 GB file. For that, touch command is not useful. The other tools, utilities are not useful to create a file with a fixed size. For that we use a command, a utility dd. This command can create a file with a fixed size. Of course there are a lot of uses with this dd command, but one of the application of dd command is here. We can create a file with a fixed size, desired block size. The syntax of dd command is dd if and a particular file input source file, and of output file, and which file you want to create, and bs block size, how many blocks you require. So, each block size is, that means here we are taking in kbs, that's why the block size is 1024. If it is in bytes, just give it as 1. Count how many number of kbs are there for 64 mb. 65 536, that is count 65 536 kbs 1024 again into 124. That's how we can create. Of course there are other options also there for dd command, but here those are not required. So here dd is nothing but data duplicate. What it will do is it will copy and convert. Okay, it will convert one format to other format, but here our requirement is just you need to create an empty file. That means there is no content in that file, but the size of that file must be fixed according to our requirement. So here I require 64 mb a file. Okay, but the file must be empty means nothing will be written in that file. So for that we are using dd. It will simply copy one file to another file with some size. Look here, dd data duplicate. If means input file. Here a input file is there. In slash dev there is a file 0 means in that file all characters are zeros. Okay, output file. So copy this input file to this output file. Here this swap file is our defined one. You can define anyway, slash root slash swap file, or slash root some file name, like that. Here swap file, no need to give this a swap file like this only. You can give with any name also, anywhere in any mount point. You can create anywhere, slash root slash home slash some directory. In that you can create the file name with your desired name. Okay, here just to understand here, I'm giving slash. I'm creating the file in slash, and I'm giving the file name as swap file. You can give it as file 1 file 2, like that also. Okay, uh, it is user defined one. Okay, now it is the output file. A newly created file is this one. In this file, the input file, this file will be copied into this, and the size of that file is 64 mb. For that I am giving count 65 536, and blocks 65 536 blocks are there. Each block is having 1 kb. That's so 1 kb means 1 kilobyte. 1 kilobyte is nothing 1024. So that a 64 mb file, empty file will be created. Empty file means there is no data in that. No data means only zeros are there. Okay, for that we are dumping this input file into this file. So a file with 64 mb will be created using dd command. You must remember this syntax. Okay, it is one of the very important. When we will do this type of creation, swap file creation, when there is no partition existing, there is no partition to use it as swap partition, then we will go with swap file. So after creating that file, again we need to do the same procedure, like we need to format that swap file with this mkswap command. Okay, like this, mkswap that file name. After that, very important thing, what you need to do, it is a file, it is having some default file permissions. Now you need to change that file permissions like this, chmod 0600. That means read write, only the owner. Here the owner who can create swap is only the root user can create it. So he is having 6 means 2 plus 4, 4 plus 2, read and write. He can read write into the swap file. Others doesn't have any access to that swap file. You need to make like this, the outside wall, the others cannot access. If you do like this, chmod 0600, and we are imposing those permissions on this file. Okay, after that we have created some swap space, but we need to activate that swap space. Again, this is a previous procedure, like previous procedure. We need to on that swap, and if you want to make it permanent, we need to give in slash etc fs tab, like this, file name swap, mount point type is swap, file system type is swap, options are defaults, and 0 0. Okay, so it is for permanent, it is for temporary. You can check that with by using swap on as command or free hyphen command or cat this another command is this cat, that is there is a file proc swap file is there, you need to open that with cat. Okay, let us do that with practice. Again we'll check that with. Okay, first what we are doing now, let us check with what are the existing swaps are there. Swapon, swapon hyphen s. By using this command, no, what are the swaps? Of course, we are having some space on second hard drive, but to illustrate you how to create a swap using file, I'm doing that. So first part is you must create an empty file with a particular prescribed size. For that, we need to use a command dd, data duplicator. There are a lot of uses with this command, but I'm using here to create a file, empty file. For that, empty file means that is not having any data in it, but it should have some size, block sizes. Okay, for that I'm using dd space if means input file. So you must mention it clearly, /dev/0. It is already a defined file in system. /dev, that means in that the file the all the data was 0, that means it doesn't occupy any space. And the output file name is, you must name it like I'm creating that like in example only, slab file. You can give the name wherever you want to create it, you can create like that. I'm giving it in slash. Okay, and block size, bs means block size. So here every block is I'm taking as 1 KB. Of course, if you want to take it as byte, each block as a byte. Block is nothing but that is a division of memory. Okay, a unique division. Okay, all equal number of divisions in a memory. Here I'm here that file is divided into equal number of blocks. Here I'm taking that block as 1 KB. So for that I'm giving 1024. If it is 1 bytes, just give it as 1. Okay, I'm taking it as 64 MB. So 64 MB was converted into KB, like 65,536. Already I have shown in PPT. And the count is equal to 65,536, I think so. So 5 kilobytes. So total it is 64 MB. Okay, records in records. Okay, it is copied, not created. Look here. Data duplicate means it will copy this file into this file with this fixed size. Okay, copy and create. Okay, now let us verify whether that file is there with that size is there not. Where we have created it is in slash. So cd slash ls -l. Look where it is, swap file. I think here it is. Look here, it is the file of this the of course it is given in b bytes. Okay, again it was multiplied, 65536 was multiplied with 1024, so it is in bytes. Okay, so this swap file was created, but look here, file permissions are, it was created using a root user, so the default file permissions are 644 rw r. So others can read it, and group also read it, but only root needs to read, right? Others doesn't have access to that one. So for that we need to change the permissions. Before going to that, you must format that swap file as swap file system. For that we are using mk swap. Okay, mk swap, we are applying swap file system on that swap file. Okay, so it was done. Mk swap, look here, mk swap file. Now you must change the file permissions in order to deny the access to the others and groups. Okay, for that chmod 0600 space that file name swap file. Okay, again check it, ls-l. Look here, the commands are changed. Okay, now next step is, okay, swap file is created, some swap space is created, you must add that swap space to already existing swap. For that, what you need to do is you must activate that swap on by using swap on command. Swap on, simple, swap file, check whether it was added activated or not. For that, the command is swap on -s. Look, previously there are two swap spaces are there, now another swap space is added. It is a file of course, but it will counted as file. You can check that with the free -m also. Okay, so it is added here, 64 is added, previously it is some 51 something, it is added. Okay, like that you can activate this. Again, you want to make it that entry, that swap as a permanent entry. After reboot, it needs to sustain it, it needs to persist. For that, you need to change the fields in fs tab. You need to enter this entry in fs tab. Okay, here it is, and insert. So look here, before that swap, this is swap also, this is also swap space, but it is made as some partition /dev stbn. But now I have made a swap, I have created a swap using some swap file. So for that I need to give the entry like this, that file name, swap file name, and other remaining options are same. Swap, the mount point name is swap, file system type is swap, defaults options are defaults. Next, 0, dump is 0, we're not taking any dump at the time of this, and we're not applying any file system consistency check, so we are giving G. Now we need to save it, escape shift colon W Q. Now it is permanent. Like that you can create a swap using, you can add a swap using swap file. When we will go with the swap file is when the partitions are not there in existing hard drive, then we will go with this file. Okay, swap file, create a swap using file. Okay, next, now it was activated. Now if I want to deactivate that one, again same, swap off /etc swap file, enter, check whether it is deactivated or not. Swap on -s. Look here, the swap file is deactivated. Like that we can do. Okay, that's how we'll add a swap space. Okay, and how we can activate and deactivate swap partition or swap file to the existing swap. Okay, next, how to remove a swap partition. Next step is, after creating it, how to remove it. Okay, simple, before deleting that swap partition, you must deactivate the swap partition. For that, you already know this command, swap of device name. After that, you must remove this entry in /etc fstab. If you don't remove this entry, after reboot it will exist, because fstab is the entry in fstab is permanent. Okay, even though if you done at this instant, after system is rebooted, again the entries in fs tab will be loaded, so again it will be there even though it is in off state, but that partitioner file will exist. After that, check with fdisk command. Okay, now we'll verify it, we'll do that with, okay, already I have kept it off, deactivated this swap file. So but it was existed in slash etc tab already, and okay, now I will do that with partition, swap partition. This partition I will delete. I want to delete this swap partition. Okay, swap, first deactivate it. First step is you must deactivate that partition. The partition name is stb1. So how to know which partition is for swap means simple, swap on -s command. Okay, swap off, check it whether it is off or not before doing the activities. Check it. Oh sorry, swap on s. So there is no, previously it was there, this swap space is there, swap partition is there. Now I have deleted it, sorry, I have deactivated it, it is not there. Now I want to delete it. So for that, first what I need to do is I need to delete the entry in slash etc fs tab. Go here, how to delete an entry in fs tab, sorry, entry in any file using vi. Simply go to that line. So I am in that line only. dd, press dd. In command mode, if you press dd, the entire line will be deleted. Sorry, I have deleted that swap file name. Again I want to delete this one also. Okay, now partition is also deleted. Now you need to quit with saving. If you don't save, quit without saving, if you, sorry, if you quit without saving, again that will reflect in fs tab. So you must remember that one. Okay, wq, you must use w will save and q will quit out of this editor. Now it was deleted in fs tab also. Next step is we have deactivated and we have removed in fs tab. Now check that with fdisk-l. Okay, if you want to check with already we have verified that with a swap on -s, there is no entry in this. Again, whether that partition is there or not, check it. fdisk-l, it will give all this. Of course we will go with the fdisk-/dev stb. Oh sorry, it was there, I think we made some mistake. /etc fs tab, we made some entries.
Partition table update చేయాలి కదా?
No, not required, sir. I think we made some mistake. Okay, sorry. What we need to do is we need to delete that partition in fdisk also using fdisk. We need to delete this
Yes.
partition also, sir.
Yes.
I forgot to tell you that. Okay. Okay, you need to delete that partition. How to delete a partition? Simply observe this: fdisk/dev/stb. Okay, check for hem. How to delete that one? Simply d, press d. Okay, select that partition. Already selected partition is there is only one partition. Okay, now we will check whether that was deleted or not. To see that, p, print one. So there is no partition. Now quit. Quit means not simply quit, save and quit. For that use w. Now again check with fdisk-l. Now there is no partition. Okay, so totally that partition was deleted, that swap is off, and the entries in fs tab is removed. That's how we can delete or remove a swap partition. Okay, thank you.